This is one of the most shocking hirings in recent times, and it has come out of nowhere. The mighty Bayern Munich has given their head coaching job to a novice coach like Vincent Kompany, and it has surprised many. Never did I think we can say the sentence, the manager of Burnley, who's just been relegated from the Premier League, has been poached by Bayern Munich to be the new manager. So let's explore in further detail the 5 biggest reasons why Bayern have made this choice. Number 5 is the lack of available managers. So there's a lack of top class managers on the market. All the wanted managers are tied down to other clubs, and Bayern Munich don't have the ability to prize away any manager they want like they used to in the past. As smaller clubs now have the financial resources to match Bayern Munich, for example Aston Villa with Unai Emery. And it's been joked that Kompany was Bayern's 8th choice as manager because they failed in their pursuits of other managers like Xavi Alonso, Julian Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick, Ralf Rangnick, Zinedine Zidane, Oliver Glasner, Robert De Zerbi, and even Man United's Erik ten Hag. So with all those prospects not working out for various reasons, Kompany was then offered the job and he was never going to turn down the opportunity to move from Burnley to Bayern Munich. Reason number 4 is that Kompany is a former footballing superstar. If we imagine a world where a Burnley manager who had got the exact same achievements as Kompany did with Burnley, playing the exact brand of exciting football, and this manager wasn't an ex-footballing legend, this manager wouldn't get anywhere near the Bayern Munich job. But with Kompany being a superstar, this allows him the leeway to get the job. The Bayern Munich squad are full of superstar players, and they wouldn't normally respect the ex-Burnley manager. But Kompany is a former legend, a former captain that's won a lot of trophies, so he gets that instant respect in the locker room. Kompany wasn't just a Formula footballer though, he was a successful captain, and that adds weight to his name. He was known for his leadership, his ability to motivate his teammates. So the Bayern bosses are hoping he can display those qualities along with the style of play and tactical intelligence that he sort of showed at Burnley, and they're hoping he can implement that in Munich. Reason number 3 that Kompany has been hired is the direct effect of the domination Xavi Alonso has achieved in the Bundesliga with Bayern Leverkusen. Xavi Alonso was Bayern Munich's number 1 choice for replacement of Thomas Tuchel, but he rejected the chance to manage them and he stayed with Leverkusen for another season. Bayern were trying to weaken their biggest threat, who defeated them in the Bundesliga, and make themselves stronger, which is a classic Bayern move, but they failed, and now they have to face Leverkusen next season. So by hiring Kompany, Bayern are hoping to achieve something similar in that an ex-footballing legend comes to the Bundesliga, comes from the same coaching tree and philosophy of Pep Guardiola, and with Bayern having the much better individual players than Leverkusen, they're hoping this is enough to defeat Xavi Alonso and Leverkusen. Alonso has shown that possession style, build-up play can win in Germany again. Kompany will look to install the same philosophy, and he could try matching Xavi Alonso by fighting fire with fire. Now if you remember, Xavi Alonso had hardly the managerial resume before he joined Leverkusen also, so Kompany could be the next Xavi Alonso for Bayern Munich. Reason number 2 on why Vincent Kompany has been hired is that he has a clear and distinctive style of play. The past 2 seasons, Bayern have not been dominant on the pitch as they used to be. They scraped the Bundesliga and won it on the last day 2 seasons ago. And then last season, they got battered by Leverkusen. And things haven't been great at Munich tactically for a few years now. Whenever Bayern did have some successes in matches, it came under counter-attacking football. They've relied on individual performances to win the matches. The bosses of Bayern have not been happy with that, and they believe Bayern should always play on the front foot, dominate teams in possession. Vincent Kompany has shown that this is how he plays. When his Burnley team were in the Championship Division 2 of England, they absolutely demolished their opponents. And in Kompany in the Premier League, he couldn't dominate the same way, but that's because he didn't have the players that were good enough. But he showed that he stuck to his principles and philosophy, and that came above everything, even if it meant losing. Now, while Kompany was criticised for not being pragmatic enough, this was enough to impress Munich, because at least they can provide him with the best players in the league, and all he has to do is just install his tactics and philosophy and play their possession attacking football that Bayern bosses want. And they're hoping that Bayern under Kompany can dominate the way Burnley dominated the Championship. Finally, the reason number 1, the main reason why Vincent Kompany has been hired by Bayern Munich is because of the name Pep Guardiola. Guardiola is the single most influential figure in the sport of football of modern times. Guardiola changed the way the game is played, and everyone plays like him. Kompany is one of Guardiola's direct disciples because he was his captain at Man City. Kompany then went on to be a coach, and he showed that his tactics mimic Guardiola. Bayern Munich were managed by Guardiola 10 years ago, of course, and it was a period of domination. Now Bayern after that went in different directions, and since then it's been clear that they wish to go back to that style. As mentioned in reason number 2 and 3, Xabi Alonso and this possession style tactics can dominate the Bundesliga. Xabi Alonso is also a direct disciple of Guardiola, and he plays the exact same way that Guardiola wants his team to play. And Xabi Alonso was able to dominate the German league. Bayern Munich have scoped the state of European football, and they've noticed that Guardiola's disciples are doing well everywhere. From Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, Xavi at Barcelona, new Liverpool manager Arne Slot, Postecoglou at Tottenham, new Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca. These are all managers that play exact way of Guardiola. And they've realized that hiring a manager from the Guardiola coaching tree is the closest thing to hiring the man himself, since he's unavailable. And it's the best way right now in European football to increase the chances of success. So that was my list of why Kompany has been hired by Bayern Munich. Please let me know in the comments your perspective, and thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel if you like the content.